You've just seen some pictures of Macintosh. Now I'd like to show you Macintosh in person. All of the images you are about to see on the large screen will be generated by what's in that bag.
Computers have always scared me. I grew up believing that only scientists and engineers could understand them. Then I started to work with Apple personal computers, and I learned how easy it is to use one. You can do sales forecasting and general bookkeeping and even financial charts and graphs. See? Frankly, at the moment, I have no reason to do all of these things, but who knows? Show business being what it is, I might.
Apple, the personal computer.
In 1977, a company with sales of 774,000. Today, a company with annual sales approaching 600 million, on the threshold of being the youngest company ever to make the Fortune 500.
In the back of my mind, I always knew that charts would help me, but it used to be so hard to get them. Our data processing department took weeks to make them, and I never had the time to learn their software for myself. But what I like so much about Apple Business Graphics is that I can graph my own data in about 2 minutes. It's that easy. So it gives me the time and the flexibility I need to really work with the data, experiment, try to find trends and curves that aren't immediately noticeable from the numbers themselves. For instance, I've got some tables here from the data processing department on product sales. Now, I graphed that data as a time series, and I clearly see that something went wrong during these months here. Now, here's the same data broken down product by product, and I see all of them took a pretty healthy dip during those same months, so I can't really blame it on one particular product.
Advances in technology and design occur almost daily. Today, there are more than 100 personal computers to choose from. Apple maintains its leadership role by using advanced technology to improve the industry's #1 product. To reaffirm its commitment to this winning product, Apple has enhanced the Apple II to meet consumers' and dealers' broadening expectations about personal computing. Apple has taken the Apple II, refined its design, and added some of the most popular features available on personal computers. The result is the Apple IIe. Now, what you're probably wondering is why we call it the Apple IIe and not the 2 Plus Plus or the 2 Plus Extra Plus or even Mary or Diana. Well, the E stands for enhanced. We've redesigned the Apple II, made it simpler, more reliable, and enhanced it with built-in features that are important to today's users. The Apple IIe has 64K of user memory, and the ROM has been boosted to 16K. And we've added a powerful control program with BASIC built in, so the system comes up smart.
The Lady Lisa, beautiful, a classic triumph for Apple. Pure and simple graphic images and a clever pointing device called a mouse. But most importantly, unlimited expandability, unlimited power. Lisa, from Apple. The future today at Wallace Micromart.
Hello, I'm Macintosh. It sure is great to get out of that bag. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I'd like to share with you a maxim I thought of the first time I met an IBM mainframe. Never trust a computer you can't live. Obviously I can talk, but right now I'd like to sit back and listen. So it is with considerable pride that I introduce a man who's been like a father to me, Steve Jobs.
This morning, Brian Scott made a career decision. He decided to be an astronaut. His first giant step, learning to use an Apple. There are more Apple IIs teaching more subjects in more schools than any other computer. So whatever Brian wants to be, an Apple personal computer can help him be it. As of this afternoon, that's a marine biologist. The Apple II. There's no telling how far it can take you. When Andrea Barber grows up, she's going to publish a newspaper. But then that's what she's doing right now.
Kids are gonna freak when they see this. Roger.
Chris Stahl wants to pilot a jet plane. In fact, he's already flying one. And when Hakeem grows up, he's going to be a record producer. A child with an Apple II computer quickly learns there's no use putting off until tomorrow what you can do today. Introducing the first portable computer you already know how to use.
Excuse me. It's my computer. I seem to be having trouble. I know nothing about computers.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about computers either.
Having embarked on a new career at the age of 45, Kareem found himself traveling in coach. At least his hands were comfortable.
Only PowerBook is designed to fit the way you work. PowerBook from Apple.
After you see the movie, you may want to pick up the book.
This is iMac. The whole thing is translucent. You can see into it. It's so cool. We've got stereo speakers on the front. We've got infrared right up here. We've got the CD-ROM drive right in the middle. We've got dual stereo headphone jacks. We got the coolest mouse on the planet right here. Come on around. All of the connectors are inside one beautiful little door here, the Ethernet, the USB stuff. Around the back, we've got a really great handle here. The back of this thing looks better than the front of the other guys, by the way. And then around the side. So let's take one more swing around it so you can see. This is what it looks like. And again, you've got to see one of these things in person.
It's something special in the way all these pieces of the iBook come together.
You will be discovering features and details months into actually owning the product.
Why do things in a boring way? We can do them in a beautiful way.
It sort of makes me feel good. It makes me want to open it up and do something on it.
It's going to be big.
I want it.
Orange. Blue.
Orange. iBook.
This is like a good start. This is the way the future should look.
Now my dad has to decide if he wants to buy an iMac or an iBook.
It is ultra portable. We didn't stop there. iPod has got Apple design. We got one of the best design teams in the world, and they have done a remarkable job. And let me show you. This is what iPod looks from the side. Again, about 3/4 of an inch thick. I'm going to show you the back first because I'm in love with it. It's stainless steel. It's really, really durable. It's beautiful. And this is what the front of it looks like. Boom. That's iPod. I happen to have one right here in my pocket, matter of fact. There it is, right there. And so today we are introducing a new notebook computer that we are calling the MacBook Pro. It's a new name. It's a new name because we're kind of done with Power and because we want Mac in the name of our products. So MacBook Pro, 4 to 5 times faster. Will be shipping in February. We are taking orders starting today. If you want one, I would suggest you get your order in early. And we are thrilled with this product, and we'll be shipping them next month. So, the new MacBook Pro, it's joining the Mac family along with the new iMac. We're going to transition all of our products over to be using Intel processors through the course of this year. If you kind of make a, Business School 101 graph of the smart axis and the easy to use axis, phones, regular cell phones are kind of right there. They're not so smart and they're, not so easy to use. But smartphones are definitely a little smarter, but they actually are harder to use. They're really complicated. Just for the basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to use them. Well, we don't want to do either one of these things. What we want to do is make a leapfrog product that is way smarter than any mobile device has ever been and super easy to use. This is what iPhone is. Okay? So. Well, these headphones have something on the cable that we've borrowed from phones. And it's this little thing that sits on the cable that allows you to pause and play your music. And if you double-click it twice, it goes to the next song. And if you triple-click it, it goes back to the previous song. And we've added volume controls. Volume up and volume down. So you can set the volume, you can go next and previous, and you can go play and pause, all right from the headphone cable. And on the back side, we have a microphone which works beautifully with that voice recording app inside the Nano we saw a few minutes ago. So now let's get to the main event. I chuckled when I saw this. So, let me show it to you now. This is what it looks like. I happen to have one right here. That's what it looks like. Very thin. It's just like this. So, just give you a little overview. It's very thin. And you can change the background screen, the home screen, to personalize it any way you want. People put their own photos on it, I'm sure, but we ship a few, and you can make it anything you want. And what this device does is extraordinary. You can browse the web with it. It is the best browsing experience you've ever had. It's phenomenal to see a whole web page right in front of you, and you can manipulate with your fingers.
The new MacBook Pro is built for the very highest levels of performance. It's incredibly powerful and yet remarkably portable. It's without doubt the very best computer that we've ever built.
It is the most beautiful product we have ever made, bar none. We'll put a video up on screen so you can see it even bigger, since it's so small. And this is iPhone 5.
Thank you. iPhone 5 and iOS 6, the biggest things to happen to iPhone since iPhone. And I am so incredibly proud of everyone at Apple that helps make today occur. These products are simply amazing. next generation is here. Today is the beginning of a new era for iPhone. Today, we're bringing 5G to iPhone. We are very excited about 5G on iPhone, and we are going to introduce 5G across our entire lineup of new iPhone models today. So now, I'd like to show you the very first iPhone with 5G.